What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, check it out, man. I clipped out this piece of the conversation that I had on the Nite-Cap with Kaida, who, by the way, just passed 1,000 subs. He's already on his way to 2,000 subs. Make sure you can go over there and support the brother and subscribe to him. He's doing absolutely great work right now. But we were talking about this whole situation with the attempted demonetization of Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, and Ryan Kinel, and Star Wars Theory, actually, for that matter. And the fallout from all of that when it comes to this Disney Star Wars shills that are out there, Star Wars Explained and Kyle Katarn, and how these guys move and why they move the way that they move. So listen to this clip, and then I'm going to have a piece to say on the back end of it.
What was cooler was like the video I did today. I did that one because like a few days ago, somebody, I'm not going to say who, because people keep asking me for my source. I won't ever tell you my source. Reached out to me, and they're in that camp. Like they're in that like little sphere of Disney Star Wars shills, and like they see the hypocrisy and things that's going on. They don't like to speak out. Understandable. They were like, hey, I saw you got blocked by Kyle Katarn, and I know why, because he said why. And I'm like, you know, I'm not the kind of person to distrust people. So I'm like, okay, you know, before you tell me what you say, just vet yourself real quick. They vetted themselves. I was like, okay, cool. So what's happening? They were like, Kyle Katarn blocked you, and he blocked any other black person that was saying something because he can't be seen arguing with a black person.
Oh, what? Are you kidding me?
I'm not. I like when they told me that, I was crying, laughing. Like my girl walked in, she's like, "You okay?" Because like it was one of those belly dad laughs. Because I was like, "No fucking way, that's serious." And they were like, "Yes." Like they were like, "He blocked you. He blocked a couple other people because y'all are blacker individuals, and he can't be seen going back and forth with you because he'd be deemed as a racist." So I was like, What? Are you serious? Like, are you joking? Are you being serious?
That guy is. I mean, he screams beta male, man.
I wasn't surprised.
Simp. I wasn't surprised. No, and you're really not. You're really not surprised when you see cats that, you know, kind of comport themselves in public the way that he does and all of the shit that he's been saying. And then to hear that news, it's not surprising whatsoever. No. So this cat can't be caught arguing with a black man. Mm-hmm. Because if he argues with a black man, he's going to be called a racist. And again, this is the type of, man, it's so funny.
That's the kind of
band, like, but this is their thought process that, you know, they got to bend the knee. Like, yo, I'm not anything special. All right. You can argue with me if you think I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong. You know, I don't have a problem with that. We can go back and forth with the facts.
I will have a discourse with you. Like, if you wanted to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. I mean, you might not like what I say, but I'm not trying to like have any. I'm not trying to like y'all are funny as hell, bro.
We got that black bro magic, man. We scared this cat before we don't even have to have a conversation with him, man. This cat is scared to death.
Scared.
What a simp, man. What a fucking simp.
I would talk to him. I really would. Like, just to have I would ask legitimate questions and have a real conversation. But the fact that you won't even do it because I'm black and you're white, this shows that you don't believe in anything you're saying. Because how do you believe in equality? How do you believe in like free speech and like love and all and things like that if you can't even have a conversation with somebody who's black and has a different opinion than you? You know what I mean? So when he told me that, or the person told me that, I was like, wow.
So just to recap, ladies and gentlemen, all right, this cat, Kyle Katarn, is, you know, blocking Kaida because Kaida is black and he can't be seen having some sort of a disagreement or an argument that might get a little bit heated with a black man. Otherwise, he'll be labeled a racist. So there's a couple of takeaways. Number one, he's afraid to have a substantive conversation. And then number two, it also shows a lack of respect for black people. You know, like he's gay. They got to treat us like pets. You know, that's what I've always said. These idiots, all right, these are the real racists. This man blocks another man because of his skin color. He'll get into it with other people and maybe not block them. I don't know. But before he even gets into it with Kaida, blocked. Why? Because he's black, according to Kaida's source. That's beta male behavior. That is trash behavior. What could be more racist than that? When you straight up block another person because of their skin color. And the thing about it is, it's because he's worried about what other people will think. He's worried about what other people will say about him. And it's like, if you worry about what other people are going to say about you, to be honest with you, and you're constantly editing yourself and constantly, no, I can't say this, and you're kind of holding back, you don't even know what you truly believe. You really don't know what you believe. Your opinions haven't really been tested, and you're constantly editing yourself because you're worried about what other people are going to think about what it is you have to say. You have not tested yourself out there in the world of ideas and opinions. That's the worst part about it, man. And this cat is out here, like, how could you legitimately take this man's opinions, Star Wars opinions or otherwise, how could you take his opinion seriously? You can't, all right? If you're this pressed over a conversation, Star Wars discussions, with a guy, and you're worried about being viewed as a racist because you might get in a heated discussion with him, and he's a black guy, bruh, you got major issues. You got to get your ass off of the internet. You got to log off. No YouTube, no Twitter, no nothing. Get to a retreat somewhere and mellow out and self-reflect and find out who the hell it is you are. All right. That's a major problem, in my opinion. All right. But there's another half of this. We're going to get to this other piece. I bet you this cat has never really sat down and really examined the shit that he says. He just has to spit it out there because, again, that's what gets him his access. That's what, Disney or whatever, Star Wars, Lucasfilm expects from him. So he has to just sit down and spit this shit out. I'll be interested to see this dude have an actual heart-to-heart conversation. That's what we was talking about the last time. I said, Katarn, instead of getting out here trying to demonetize people because he participated in that bullshit, hey, why don't you sit down and say, hey, Nerdrotic, Gary, let's have a heart-to-heart. Sit down, man to man. Let's have a conversation about the shit that we disagree on instead of trying to cancel me and do all of that bullshit. But see, these guys are not men. And that's the problem. We are severe lack of masculinity is going on in the world right now, man. All of this stuff is just wild to me, man. It is absolutely insane. Yeah, it's a total beta movie.
I try not to say that term because beta, alpha, whatever. I think it's kind of
honestly, bro. You understand what it is because that's what it is.
But that's when I heard it, I'm like, that's some beta shit. Like what Star Wars Theory was saying about Alex from Star Wars Explained, and it was how he was waking up in cold. Hey, Brandon, my boy. Hey, how he was saying that he was waking up in cold sweats because he was jealous of Star Wars Theory's success. That's some pussy shit, bro. You're a pussy, man. I can't.
Let me say this. Look, let me say this to every creator that's out there, okay? Because I wanted to make a video about it, but I'm really not because I don't really want to dive deep into this bullshit. But that dude right there, that Star Wars Explained shit, let me give you guys the telltale sign of somebody when you see this type of shit, get moving, okay? Do not talk to that person. Do not any way engage with that motherfucker because they are rotten to the core. And that dude was talking about Star Wars Theory's money.
Yep.
How much?
That's a deal breaker.
Done. I am done. If you out here, bruh, it's clear that this dude is only in it for the money because why are you talking to me about money? We could talk about a million things. This cat came out and said, hey, man, how much money you making? How much bread you making? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, bruh, as soon as you hear that, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are in any creative space, and you are dealing with a person that's asking you about how much money you making off of this shit, that is a rotten to the core. Get the hell away from that person because look, they pocket watching, and this is one thing that I cannot stand is somebody pocket watching.
Pocket watching ass dude, dog. I swear.
That is snake in the grass shit right there. And that's exactly why this guy started attacking him because he's pocket watching. All right. He's watching my pockets. He's worried about how much bread I'm bringing in instead of worrying about doing what it is that he can do to build up his community, to build up his channel. No, he wanted, and then he's a snake. All right. And that's exactly what happened to Theory. He's a fucking snake. Never deal
100%.
with a pocket watcher. I swear to God, if somebody ever said to me, they chopping it up, they're talking about this, that, and the third, and then they want to come to me and start asking me about how much money I'm making, I'm like, yeah, man, I don't really talk about how much money I'm making, and I'm done. Okay.
That's
I'm
it.
done with that person.
That's
Bruh,
it. You
that's
don't
the
know how
worst part about all of this shit, man, is
it,
seeing that shit go down.
it doesn't matter any kind of instance. Like if you working, if you doing like some kind of hustle or whatever, if anybody walk up and be like, hey, how much money you making? I don't want nothing to do with you because that's all you thinking about. That's all. Now I can see you talking about, oh, or I need help with a job or this, that, and the third. Okay, maybe I can help you out. But you talk about we in the same profession, and you like, hey man, how much money you making on this? How much money you making on that? Nigga, that ain't none of your business.
None of your fucking
don't
business.
pocket watch me. That is a quick way to piss me off. Don't ever ask me about no money. Ever.
I've dealt with those kinds my entire life. And see, if Theory had peeped that out in the very beginning, he never would have dealt with that cat again. He would have peeped that out and he would have been ghosted. He never would have had to worry about this dude stabbing his ass in the back. These people, I'm telling you guys, if there's one thing I can tell you, all right, that was my biggest takeaway from that. That motherfucker was a pocket watcher from day one. Never deal with them cats, okay? Because they are snakes. They're trying to basically get over on you. They're trying to take information and knowledge from you and use it against you. Okay. Those are the worst kind of people. And they'll completely pretend like they're a friend. That's how he approached him. Oh, yeah. We homies, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Nah, they are cold snakes in the grass. Never deal with a pocket watcher. Okay. And that's what I'm telling you, man. I saw it. I heard that. I was like, there it go right there. That's why you never trust them cats.
Once you hear that, you're like, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Like if you don't, I hope y'all never deal with an individual like that. That's like money hungry above all else. I hope you never deal with that because that kind of person is draining and they're fake as hell. Like the moment something happens, they will drop you on a dime for money. And I can't mess with you like that, man.
But yeah, like I said, I was going to sit down and make a video about this. And then I was like, nah, but like, I guess this is the video that I'm making. That's one of the biggest red flags ever. Okay. And a lot of folks won't understand this. But once you live enough life, anybody that's talking to you about how much money you're making, watch that person extraordinarily carefully. Be very cautious around that individual. And if there's somebody that's someone in a competitive space with you and they're trying to see how much money you're making based on what it is that you're doing, run, get away. Don't talk to that individual anymore, because they are watching your pockets and they are going to do everything in their power to try to undermine what it is that you're doing. I mean, again, I don't mind giving advice, and I don't think other people mind giving advice either in terms of, okay, how are things working for you? What things do you recommend? Where should I be looking? Blah, blah, whatever. Just any kind of helpful advice that you could give to anyone. I don't think anybody minds that. But when you start asking somebody, hey, how much money did you make off of this? How much money did you make off of that video? How much money did you make in book sales? Or how much money or this or this? And it's like, now I don't even want to talk to you, okay? Because instead of you working on the craft and, building your platform up or working on the novel or working on the video or trying to figure out what's the best thing to edit or thumbnails or whatever, like all of that stuff is fine. That's talking shop. But when you're talking about how much money I'm bringing in, and it's not even a matter of, well, it's a lot or a little or whatever. It's the fact that you are inquiring about it in the first place. That shows that you're not in this for the reasons of, hey, I'm in it for, content creation, collaborating with other people, having these, very good discussions that we have. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for the money. I'm not into the book writing and trying to tell wonderful creative stories. No, I'm here for the money. That's it. That's all. And whenever you see somebody that's strictly about the money, run. Those people are not going to do you any favors. They're going to be nothing but a drain on your resources, your time, and your energy. And at the end of the day, again, this is who these people are. They are outing themselves as to who they are. And this is the reason why their viewerships and their subscribers are falling, because now folks are seeing exactly what they're dealing with, So I just wanted to throw that out there. Like I said, I was going to make a video about it, but since Kaida and I had that conversation, I thought it would be a really good opportunity just to bring that up. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Again, all of this stuff comes out in the end. You got all of these beta male pocket watchers in this community, and the real ones, okay? The real ones, the quote-unquote toxic fans that they're trying to cancel, we're just getting stronger and stronger. And there's a reason for that. Real, recognize real, all right? That's just the way it goes. But you guys let me know what y'all think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.